Now, data presentation can be done by three methods: tabulation, pictorial presentation, and graphical method. In pictorial presentation, there are two types: bar diagram and pie diagram. And in graphical method, there are three types: line graph, histogram, frequency, polygon. This year, you will be studying in standard 10th pie diagram, histogram, and frequency polygon. Practice set 6.4, you have to draw a histogram of the following data. Height of student is given from 135 to 140 centimeter, 140 to 145 centimeter, 145 to 150 centimeter, and from 150 to 155 centimeter. Important thing over here is what? The first column, that is class, should be continuous. Over here it ends in 40 and the next one starts with 140. Here it ends in 145, the next one starts with 145. So it is continuous. If it is not continuous, you have to make the class continuous. Number of students is given 4. That means 4 students are having 135 to 140 centimeter height. This is 12, 16 and 8. So we have to draw the histogram. Now in order to draw the histogram, you have to draw the x-axis and the y-axis. Here you write down x, x dash, and here y, and below it should be y dash. And the origin, you name it as 0. Now here it was what? Height of the students. Height of the students should be on the x-axis and number of students on the y-axis. So you write down on x-axis height of students. Height of students. In centimeter. And over here what you'll write down on a y-axis, number of students. Now if you see the class, it is starting from 135 and 140. So we won't be starting from 0 onwards. We will start the x-axis from 135. Means beginning one from 0 to 135, we won't be writing on the x-axis. It will become too lengthy. So in order to avoid that, we will start with 135. Leave 2 centimeter and draw right over here 135 centimeter. Leave 2 centimeter and next you'll write what? 140. Leave the next one and the next one will be what? 145. So I have taken 2 centimeter. Next one will be what? 150. And this will be 155. So I have taken 2 centimeters. Since we are not taking from 0 to 135, we will be drawing the crink mark. The crink mark is drawn this way. And then you can join it over here. So since we are not drawing showing the from 0 to 135 directly, we are starting from 135. That is why we have to draw the crink mark. It is not necessary the crink mark has to be only on x-axis. Sometimes for convenience sake, we also take on the y-axis. Now over here, if you see, the numbers are in multiples of 2, 4, 12, 16 and 8. So the biggest number is 16. So up till we will take 1 centimeter is equal to 2 students. So this will be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 and 18. The biggest number was 16, so this was sufficient for that. And number of students on y-axis and height of the students in centimeter in the x-axis. And we have drawn the crink mark on the x-axis because we are starting directly from 135. Between 0 and 135, we won't be showing it on the graph. So hence we will draw the crink mark. Now the first one, they have given how much? 135 to 140 centimeter is what? Frequency 4. So number of students is how much? 4. So till 4 you will draw the 4 is here. and join it. So the first one is over. Next one, they have said 140 to 145 is what? 12. So till 12 you will draw. That is still here. So 12 students are having from 140 to 145 centimeter height. Next one is what? 145 to 150 is what? 16. So till 16 you will draw, that is still here. And join it over here. Next is what? 8. So till 8 you will draw, that is still here. So this is how we are supposed to draw the histogram. Now in order to, we can shade the So your diagram will look much better when you shade it. Now you have to write down the scale also. On x-axis I have taken how much? Difference is how much? 140 to 1 between subtract 140 and 135, you'll get 5 centimeter. So on x-axis, and I have taken 2 centimeter. So 2 centimeter is equal to 5 centimeter height. And on y-axis I have taken 1 centimeter is equal to 2 students. So on y-axis 1 centimeter is equal to 2 students. It's very important that you write down the scale and all. So first, if you don't draw the scale, if you don't write the scale, you lose mark for that. So always draw the x-axis, y-axis, 0 and crank mark if necessary. And x-axis, what is the scale you have taken on x-axis and what is the scale you have taken on y-axis. Scale on x-axis and scale on y-axis. Now the second sum, the table shows the yield of jawar per acre. Show the data by histogram. So yield per acre is given. If you see, it is given from 2 to 3, then 4 to 5. This last number of this class and the first number of this class is not same. It is not continuous. So first we have to make it continuous. So if this is 2 I have told you before, to make it continuous, reduce 0.5 from the lower class limit and increase 0.5 from the upper class limit. So this 2, when you subtract 0.5, what you will get? 1.5. And when you increase 0.5 from here, so you will get what? 3.5. So the next one will be 3.5, 5.5, 5.5, 7.5, 7.5, 9.5 and 9.5 and 11.5. So now this upper class limit and the lower class limit are same. Here the upper class limit is 5.5 and then in the next it is lower class limit is 5.5. So now it is continuous. Now you are supposed to plot this. So in the x axis you will take 2 centimeters. So this will be what? 1.5, 1.5, 3.5. So first you will take 1.5, then 3.5, then 5.5, then 7.5, then 9.5 and 11.5. So 3.5, 5.5, 7.5, 9.5 and 11.5. So on x-axis is yield per acre quintal. So on x-axis we have taken 2 centimeter. So on x-axis we have taken 2 centimeter is equal to 2 quintal. So 2 centimeter, I have taken 2 centimeter. So 2 centimeter, if you subtract 3.5 minus 1.5, you get 2 quintal. So 2 centimeter is equal to 2 quintal. Now on y-axis, you will take 10, 20, 30. So this is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 and so on. This is number of farmers. So here I have taken 1 centimeter. So on y-axis I have taken 1 centimeter is equal to how much? 10 farmers. So that is equal to 10 farmers. This is 10, 20, 30. So it is equal to 10 farmers. Now draw the histogram. So 1.5 to 3.5 is how much? 30. So on 30 you will mark. If you can't see, I'll draw it to the pen. But exam you are not supposed to draw with the pen. Next 30 is over. Now next is what? 50. So we will draw on 50. So this is 50. Next is what? 55. So between 50 and 60 you have to take between 50 and 60. That is over here, 55. Next is 40. So 40 is here. This is 40. So 40 farmers. Next is 20. So you will take 20. That is here. 20 is here. Now you can shade it. So this is how we are supposed to draw the histogram. You can shade it as you like it. The diagram looks neat and tidy. Now sum number 3, they are given in the following table. The investment made by 210 families shown, presented in the form of histogram. Investment, it is given in 1000 rupees, that is 10 to 15, 15 to 20, 20 to 25 and so on. So this is continuous, so you don't have to make it continuous. And the number of families who have invested 10,000 to 15,000 is how much? 30 and so on. Now we will draw the histogram. So the third sum over here. So the x-axis is what? Investment 1000 rupees, and over here in y-axis number of families will come, and number of families I have taken 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 and so on. So on y-axis 1 centimeter is equal to 10 families, and if you see on x-axis it is 10, 15, 20. So 0 to 10, 10 to 15, only 5 differences there, so I have not taken 0 to 5 and 5 to 10, so I have made a crink mark over here. So 10 to 15, 15 to 20, 20 to 25 till 35 we have to plot on the x-axis. Now we will draw the histogram. Now 10 to 15 it is given how much? 10 to 15 it is given 30, and the next one 15 to 20 is 50. So 10 to 15 is 30. 30, and 15 to 20 is 50. So till 50 you will draw. Next 20 to 25 is 60, and the next one is 55. So 20 to 25 is 60, and the next one is 55. So it is between 50 and 60, 55. And the last one is how much? 15. So 15 will come between 10 and 20. 10 and 20 is 15. So here it will be 15. So this is how we are supposed to draw the histogram and then shade it. Next one, last sum, fourth sum of practice set 6.4. Now it is given that the time allotted for the preparation of an examination by some student is shown in the table. Draw a histogram to show the information. So time in minutes is given 60 to 80, 80 to 100, 100 to 120. So you can see it is continuous, so you don't have to make it continuous. And number of students is 14 who prepare for an examination for 60 to 80 minutes, and so on. Now we will, on the x-axis, now scale, you have to write down scale on x-axis and on y-axis. On x-axis, 2 centimeter is equal to, if you can see, 2 centimeter, 80 minus 60 is how much? 20 minutes. So 2 centimeter is equal to 20 minutes. And on y-axis, how many students have taken? 1 centimeter. 1 centimeter is equal to how many students? 2, 4, 6, this way I have taken. So 2 students. 1 centimeter is equal to 2 students. On x-axis, you will write down time in minutes, and on y-axis, number of students. Now the first one, they have given 60 to 80s, and you will draw the crank mark because from 0 to 60 I have not shown on the this graph. So 60 to 80 is how much? 14. So the number of students is how much? 14. Then 80 to 100 is how much? 20. So 80 to 100 is how much? 20. Then 100 to 120 is 24. So 24. Next is 22. I am using pen just because so that you can see it properly, but you are supposed to draw with the pencil. Next one is 16. And then you have to shade it, and the fourth sum is over.